Hello again, folks. Quite a short one, this. We're going to look at the technology that's come into play recently, over the past few years, for streaming games. Now, there are various options, I'm sure. I've had a quick look at some of them. The best two I've found for streaming live games are a company called Waffle Sports, WAFFLE, and another company called Frogbox. Now, Waffle are based in the northwest of England. That's the Leicester family doing that. Toby Lester, you'll know, I think he's played Lanc Seconds. He's involved with it in that with two other guys from his family. I think they were one of the first ones to do it, and so they're evolving, and you get all the kit with them. And a second one called Frogbox, which is based in Melbourne, Australia. So I've had a quick look at their websites. I'm not very technically minded, but with both of them you get a cast device. So you get a cast device, an iCast with Waffle, they call it. It comes with a shelf and fixings for you to fix on the site screen or wherever you want to put it. And of course, and it's controllable from a smartphone. So you register it with a smartphone and you can control sort of pausing and recording and things like that. It casts directly to your Facebook Live page, and your videos will be saved there. And of course, if you want clips from both ends, you need two devices, obviously double the cost, and you can control both devices from your smartphone. So for those of you who remember in cricket, going back to the 70s, you used to only have one camera at the ground, and so one over you behind the bowler and for the other over you behind the wicket keeper. So that's what I remember from the 70s. But if you have two cast devices with Waffle, you can obviously put one at each end, and then you have to alternate between them. Obviously, the amount, the scope of and range of what that they film is limited to sort of mid on to mid off and final leg to third man. You don't pan to the boundary. And the same with Frogbox. They actually send you in the kit a Panasonic camcorder with a tripod and all the gear. It comes in a fancy sort of plastic carry case, and that seems to be, for me, that's a more professional setup looking at it. And again, they offer highlights packages, as do Waffle Sports. They offer highlights packages, and they also offer an integration to Frogbox for leagues to have a subscription and to produce league highlights alongside the scorecards. For me, Frogbox looks to be the more professional setup. It really pains me to say it because they're Australians and we hate them, don't we? I'm not really allowed to say that, but we do. We hate them, don't we? But it does look a professional setup. Obviously, there's a cost to both of them, and the way to negate that cost and offset it is to find a sponsor to cover the costs of it. Now, you are able to add your score ongoing throughout the game to this, either a live score or you can choose to put comments on there, so such as I don't know, M Jones is that's his 51 out of 46 balls. You can type that into your smartphone, it'll come up on the screen, or you can just have a live score update. If you use Play Cricket Score, you can integrate it. What you can also do is you can also put a sponsor banner on it, so that all the way through the game the sponsor banner is displayed. In addition to this, you can, it's a lot, because it's a live stream, you can stream it and play it on your phone anywhere. Obviously, if you're away with the seconds and you're batting and you want to have a bit of a watch of the first team and their game's being streamed at home, then you can watch the game. You can just have a quick watch of it, and vice versa. If you're with the first and they're away and the seconds are at home, their game's being streamed, you can watch it, see how they're getting on. Also, you can link it to your clubhouse and to your TV. So anyone inside who fancies having a pint, they don't have to go outside and watch the game. They can watch it on the TV. Sponsor's name can be displayed on a band somewhere on the screen all the way through the game. And obviously those are interchangeable. So if your main sponsor does your kit, and the junior kit or something, and your match day sponsor just does the match day, well, it's not just sponsoring a ball anymore. You could up the cost of a match day sponsorship, and you can include them on their live stream on a banner. It'll just be a banner at the bottom of the screen or around the screen, however you set it up, and that's where you put your sponsors. So live streaming, I think, has got its merits. You'd need someone who's technically minded and able to devote the time to it, and probably this is not a player, because they've got far by more important things to do on a day. They don't want to be setting their phone up and things like that. It's not going to be a player. It's not going to be a scorer. It's not going to be the groundsman. Not going to be any of the bar staff. So it needs to be someone who's technically minded and who can take ownership of the procedure to set it up, manage the running of it, and also remember to charge things up properly at the end of the game. Like I say, the Waffle Sports does share to your Facebook Live, and it's saved on there for anyone to watch at a later time as well. I'm sure Frogbox can integrate with things like that as well anyway. Plus, what you can also do with Frogbox is you can watch other live matches. So if you go to the website and you fancy watching a bit of Australian grade cricket, say it's the winter time and you're fed up of the test matches, and you know the Australian, I don't know, one of the Australian players, say Steve Smith or something's gone back to play for his home club, it might be that their game is being live streamed and you can watch it on the Frogbox website. And you can see how they're getting on. So it gives you an idea. It's just a way of trying to get through the winter. And also in the summer, with these automated live streams, you can capture it, you can produce it, you can broadcast it. They do highlights packages for a certain cost or a subscription. It's just an interesting thing to look at if you've got someone who's technically minded and wants to spend the time doing it, and you can get sponsorship. So that's live streaming of your cricket matches from home with Waffle Sports and Frogbox. For me, Frogbox looks a bit more impressive. I think that's the way I would go, given the choice. Thanks for watching, guys.